Welcome back to You Plus You podcast. I am your host, Markia. How often have you forgiven yourself for the mistakes that you've made? Forgiveness is such a vital part of healing and moving forward in life and through life successfully. So, in today's episode, I'm going to give you tips on the practice of self-forgiveness. The practice of self-forgiveness is a powerful and transformative process that helps you let go of guilt, shame, and self-criticism. It involves acknowledging your mistakes, learning from them, and moving forward with compassion and understanding. So here are the tips. Number one, it is very important that you acknowledge your mistake. Whatever the mistake is or was, acknowledge it. Self-reflection, when you reflect on your past behaviors, it allows for you to understand why you made the decision that you made. So taking time to reflect on what happened and how you felt about it. And then acknowledge the mistake without judgment. And then acceptance. So you're going to accept that you are human. We are all having a human experience. So that means that none of us are immune to making mistakes, right? And then with accepting the mistake, you are acknowledging that you've made that mistake and that it is a natural part of life. Now, repeating the same behavior over and over again then is no longer a mistake, right? However, the initial act, especially if it's an unknowing act, meaning that you are acting unknowingly, acknowledge that so that you're able to then move forward. Number two, understand and learn by identifying whatever the lesson was or is from that particular mistake. Consider what you can learn from that particular experience. What is the insight that you can gain from it so that it can help you to grow and to not make the same mistake again? And then understand the impact of that mistake. Recognize how the mistake has affected you or even others. Understanding the impact can provide valuable context into your actions, right? Number three, you want to cultivate compassion. I talk about self-compassion in other episodes because self-compassion is so important. When you are able to treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend or someone else in a similar situation. And oftentimes, as humans, we may extend compassion to someone else before we would even extend that to ourselves. With self-forgiveness, affirming yourself positively is also important. So use affirmations to remind you of your worth and then to reinforce self-love. Number four, release the guilt. Let go of the shame. So what you need to do is separate your actions from who you are, your identity. Understand that making a mistake does not define who you are as a person. I'm going to repeat that. Release the guilt. Let go of the shame. Separate your actions from your identity. Understand that making a mistake does not define who you are as a person. And then forgive yourself. Verbally and mentally affirm yourself with forgiveness. Forgive yourself. And that might sound like, I forgive myself for whatever the mistake was. And then reassuring yourself that you are still learning and growing. Make amends, meaning take full responsibility for your actions. Be accountable. Because taking responsibility allows for you to free yourself, right? If your actions have hurt others, consider how you can make amends by apologizing sincerely and then taking the right steps to rectify the situation, holding yourself accountable, right? And then commit to change, meaning making positive changes to prevent similar mistakes in the future. Number 6, practice mindfulness. Self-awareness is also a vital aspect of self-forgiveness. Stay present. Mindfulness can help you stay present and reduce the tendency to dwell on past mistakes. And then mindful breathing. When that thought comes up in your mind and causes some type of discomfort or anxiety around the past mistake that you've made, use breathing exercises and techniques to calm your mind and center yourself, bringing yourself back to the present, not living in the past, not beating yourself up for the mistake that you've made, right? And then if you need to seek support, it is okay to do so, because sometimes it's important that we talk out whatever the mistake that we've made with someone, using them as a sounding board or to help bring clarity around whatever the situation was or is. So talk it out. I mean, discuss your feelings with a trusted friend, family member, a counselor, a therapist. Sometimes sharing your experience can provide relief and perspective, can provide clarity, right? Connecting with others who are on a similar journey and path can also provide encouragement and support. And then number 8, I am huge on celebrating progress. Every time I do something, listen, it doesn't matter how small or large, and I talk about that in other episodes, because celebrating yourself, it provides you with this like boost of self-esteem and self-confidence where you're able to trust yourself more. Because you are acknowledging your growth, right? And then you're recognizing it. And so celebrating your progress and growth is important. Every step forward is a testament to your resilience and capacity to change and grow. You're learning to trust yourself and love yourself more. And then reflect on the positives, right? Reflect on the positive aspects of yourself and your journey. Embrace your strengths and accomplishments of how far you've come. I do this all the time. Number 9, continuous practice. I know that you've heard practice makes perfect, but really in essence, practice makes you better. It makes you stronger, makes you more resilient. So daily forgiveness, that's your practice. Forgiving yourself often, because self-forgiveness is a part of life. It should be, at least. regular practice of self-compassion and positive affirmations, patting yourself on the back when you've overcome something. And then be patient with yourself. Why? Because you are a spiritual being having a human experience. So being patient helps for you to understand that self-forgiveness is an ongoing process. It is ongoing. It is continual. Be patient with yourself as you continue to grow and heal. Because listen, life is not about conquering it in one day. It is a daily practice. Every day that you have an opportunity to wake up is a day for you to be a better person. So in essence, the practice of self-forgiveness is about letting go of the past and embracing a compassionate and loving relationship with yourself. It's a journey towards inner peace, self-acceptance, self-trust, personal growth, and self-love. Because remember, it is you plus you. It will always equal you. You will always be the common denominator in your life. So today, I'll leave you with this. Today is the day that you begin to forgive yourself. Today is the day that you begin to be free and to live life lighter and softer and more lovingly, right? I am your host, Markia. This is You Plus You podcast. Until next Thursday, be blessed.